300 pounds. They are the top predators on the Komodo Islands in Indonesia.
They hunt fairly large mammals, and their way of hunting is to jump out on a game trail and quickly put a bite on a prey. They have in their saliva Clostridium bacteria, which are toxic. So even if it only gets a nip on the animal and the animal gets away, it's infected the wound with a bacterium that will kill the animal in 2 or 3 days.
They can ingest up to 80% of their body weight in one meal. Komodo dragons may swallow smaller prey whole. Their ancestors are ancient and can be traced back to about 100 million years ago in Central Asia. We can explore both their lineage and behavior by taking a closer look at their brains.
Certainly, one of the key things that we need to do and try to sort out how this animal lived its life is actually run this thing through a CT scanner so we can see inside, get back to this area, the brain cavity, and see what kind of structures that we might be able to see. Okay, this will be interesting. This is actually the skull of a Komodo dragon. So it's not a dinosaur, but it's still really interesting for us to look at, partly because it's the largest living lizard. Let's give it a go.
The scan reveals modest-sized cerebral hemispheres, indicating an animal that lives by instinct. The inner ear, more advanced than that of its ancestors, suggests enhanced hearing and balance, key for a pursuit predator. Though fearsome, the Komodo looks modest compared to our monsters from the past. They may seem particularly spectacular and freakish from our present moment, but it's mostly a question of perspective.
I think there's a perception that animals of the past are somehow more extreme than animals alive today. But I think what you have to keep in mind is that today we're looking at just a single interval in geological history, just an instant, literally. When we look at the fossil record, you're seeing, in the case of hard-bodied life, you're seeing 500 million years of evolution. So that's a lot of time with which to work, and over geological time, very, very improbable events can become probable. If you look at 500 million years of evolution, where you're going to see some really improbable events. I wouldn't think of these as monsters. They were animals that were precisely adapted to their environment, who were just trying to make a living, sort of like you and I.